what coins do you hodl? I always get asked, like when I do a live stream or something, it's like, what coins do you recommend?
Not financial advice.
A couple of months ago, we had a video where I talked about I deposited some money with coins.ph tas hindi lumabas sa balance ko.
Itlog, walang laman. Hindi pumasok yung deposit. This happened to me last month, except instead of a bank, it was coins.ph and the amount medyo malaki. Did coins.ph take my money and run? Pa-deposit pa ako, hindi naman na-credit sa account.
Kaya naisip ko, ayusin na natin to. Let's go straight to the source. Let's fix this problem. Actually, naayos na yun, matagal na, but we're here at coins.ph for the start of a new series. Once a month this year, we hope to be doing Pinoy Tech Stack, where we look at the tech behind public-facing companies. So we're used to dealing with tech all the time. A lot of the things we do now, whether online or offline, requires tech behind them, but we don't really think gaano kahirap ba tong tech na to, how to set up, ano yung mga personalized setups nila. So coins.ph has kindly agreed to be our first episode in this series. We're going to be taking a look at their stack.
Sawa ka na ba sa unactivated Windows mo? Well, lucky you! Pinakabago mula sa cdkeyoffer.com. Windows 10 and Windows 11 activation codes. Legit, safe, at pinakamura. Madali lang umorder. Hanapin ang Windows version na gusto mo. Piliin ang preferred payment method. Wala pang 5 minutes, nag-CDK ka na para sa Windows mo. Marami na kaming natulungan.
Dati, sudden depressed ako. But now, I found the love of my life.
Dati, aimless and walang purpose ang life ko. But now, I'm a world-class Zumba instructor.
So, web developer ako and content creator for a YouTube channel. And ngayon, ganun pa rin ako pero activated na yung Windows ko.
Kaya kung naghahanap ka ng legit, mura, at original software,
Check out cdkeyoffer.com.
Check out cdkeyoffer.com.
Check out cdkeyoffer.com. I mean, people might not know that Coins has sort of like a new management.
So Coins has been here in the Philippines since 2014, 2016.
Hi, I'm Kaina Barcelona. So I've been working with Coins, mostly CS. I've been with Coins for 7 years already, and it's been a fun ride.
I saw that you guys are beside TikTok, and then Joma mentioned na actually you guys were first here sa office, and then they followed.
Yeah. So sabi ko nga, it was we're trying to penetrate the younger market, and having TikTok as a neighbor is a good
Around 2022, that's when new management came in. So that's si Weijo, former CFO of Binance, and he acquired Coins from Gojek. Focus na talaga sa crypto. So
talaga.
Trading, convert, spot trading, etc.
I've known the Wei who bought Coins before that. So when we were organizing some events for crypto, I got the chance to talk to him, etc. And then it was like 11 p.m. on a Tuesday evening. We ended up around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. talking about like what he plans to do, etc. And then sabi niya, oh, why don't you join us? And he only gave me like a one-liner description of what I would do. And it's just like very different from what I'm doing now.
The actual.
But he sold me to the vision. We want to make a global exchange that started in the Philippines.
If you could walk us through like the usual workflow of how a ticket gets to you. Let's say somebody emails.
I'm not sure if you all know, but we have a lot of channels. In all those channels, they kind of get funneled through just one CRM tool. And we already have automation so that if, for example, the topic is on account access, or if it has to do with transactions, it already goes automatically to the teams involved.
Grabe innovation, the first Philippine stable coin. So, and then just very recent, that was a very recent development.
Yes. So PHPC, so that was something that we were really excited about. We had the approval of BSP to do the Sandbox launch. And actually, we are already exited the Sandbox and we exceeded expectations actually.
Most concerns are really about account access.
It was really stressful running a startup. I was working like to almost 24/7, 4 a.m. and then you wake up 8. It's actually I worked more at a startup than investment banking.
We just went out of the Sandbox. So, limited lang yung circulating supply niya right now. And we're talking with different exchanges outside of the Philippines, whether it's in Dubai, syempre kung saan yung madaming OFWs.
Exactly.
And low cost.
Pwede may padala anytime.
Mismo. So if we get that network up, that partnerships up, and we see sana, hopefully, better remittance flows coming into the Philippines.
In terms of volume, like how many, like an individual CS, how many do you guys usually handle in a day or so?
In a day, well, let's say for a week, around 3 to 5K right now. But obviously, when markets are up, that can go up.
It's a direct relationship.
They approached me, sabi nila, Jen, we're raising capital for our startup.
Okay.
And that's your forte. Sabi ko, sige, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't do it. But since at that time, it was October 2021, sabi ko, might as well, like, I'm not doing much.
Sort of,
and then in investment banking,
much activity.
Q4, halos wala ng mergers kasi it's usually second, third quarter. And end of the year, no one's doing mergers and acquisition, no one's kind of like buying and selling. So I was like, okay, I have free time, I can help you out. And then when I help him out, raise capital, and then we launch a token. So technically, when you launch a token, it's basically an IPO in the sense of investment banking. And I was like, oh my God, we were able to do it between like 5 people, and we've raised like, sizable amount, almost $20 million.
There is a lot of friction when people are due for their KYC refresh. So it's really but not the general public might not know it.
And it's a requirement. Like it's not you guys. If you could not do it, maybe you wouldn't. Pero required by the regulator.
So thank you for understanding that. But not everyone would. Usually, this types of customers would come to us. I've been using coins for X number of years.
Why do I need to?
So then they feel like, don't you trust me, etc.
Don't you know me?
Okay. So mostly, for situations like that, we try to practice outgoing calls also to these customers. So, so that they know, like, we really do want to help them. Global and Philippines tickets go to us.
Get sent to us here.
Yes.
What BSP really wanted from us is if there was a use case.
Yes.
Right? If there's a use case, if there's
a need,
then they will gladly support.
What can a Philippine exchange offer on the global stage that most players don't?
3 items to that. So number 1, I think it's you need to since it involves money movement. Because it involves money movement, and Philippines is a country in which 40 billion, remittance, we have BPOs, etc. So we're uniquely positioned to facilitate a money movement flow, like from one place to another. So for us, money movement plus regulatory clarity from a Philippine standpoint is quite clear, right? For all it's worth, I think compared to other countries, hats off to BSP as a regulator. They really go into the nitty-gritty of how you operate. And that's different from other countries. And I was telling other people, FTX would not have happened here because BSP looks at our where we put customer funds, right? So they literally
it wouldn't be sent out to someone else and then use it for their personal investments.
Basically, you're catering to a more user base. So quantity-wise, it's bigger, but it's smaller chunks, right? So how do you then move their fiat to crypto and vice versa?
And at a volume scale. You're not chasing whales, kumbaga. But you're chasing like a school of fish.
But once you go in and out of fiat, that bridge, that's where we play. And that's what our strengths are.
But we also saw use cases for, in terms of rewards,
Yeah.
in-game rewards. I think it was something that we explored as well.
Yeah.
So parang if there's
Big
a
kasi
quest,
yung gaming.
big ang gaming here in the
big sa atin.
Philippines. Right? Yeah.
One interesting thing about Korea, that why they ang laki ng volume ng sa Korea is they don't have onshore gambling. They don't have casinos.
Okay, yeah.
So that kind
they
of
don't have an outlet for for that need or for that desire. Yeah, okay.
So XYZ is our global brand. We've already launched in Australia and Brazil. We expect it to roll out in other countries in the second half of the year as well. From day one, when the current owners bought the company, is to take it global, right? And it's basically us taking those steps to actualize that vision wherein we want to create a global footprint. In terms of how does that correlate to the Philippines, etc., some of the aspects of like the operations are being borne out here in the Philippines.
Then mirrored abroad.
Yes. Our learnings here, we can apply that there.
What coins do you hodl? I always get asked, like when I do a live stream or something, it's like, what coins do you recommend?
Not financial advice. I have too much.
But this is an investment banker, di ba? So this is a professional.
I threw away all the fundamentals when I saw PayPay go 15 billion. I mean, obviously, I have the large caps. So I have Bitcoin, obviously, some Ethereum, some Solana, some Sui. But I hold about 15, 20 meme coins, just to get a feel of it, right? Most of my holdings in terms of like those that I just hold for the sake of holding, it's with the coins. And then I get airdrops every now and then.
Yung nabanggit kong earlier video, a lot of people did give coins a lot of flack for yung medyo dropping the ball a little bit on the customer service. But to be fair to coins.ph, I've been with them for a long time. And hindi to sponsored video, but I do appreciate that they were kind enough to let us visit their offices. I've been with them for a long time. They are one of the earliest, most mainstream companies bringing crypto to the Philippine public. And you know, if you're into crypto, you're like, oh, it's a centralized exchange, you want to go DEX. It's just like computer hardware. And daming mga iba-ibang opinion about this and that service, why you shouldn't use it, etc. But I myself am a coins.ph user. I have been a user for a very long time. And they do provide good service naman overall. And I'm not just saying that because we're here at their office.